In this video, we are going to make an authentication page with Svelte, TailwindCSS, Tailblocks, and Userbase. Okay, so let's take a look at some sites that are pretty popular that do authentication. So here we've got Twitter, sign up, login. So it's pretty simple. There's nothing much on this page. Facebook, again, there's got a login, except here they've got the inputs already. And Instagram also has login right here. And they got a sign up, forgot password. Okay, so they have pretty simple sites. Probably they don't have to worry about SEO as much, maybe. So since they're so popular. But anyway, we're gonna make something like this. Something pretty simple. Basically just have probably more like Facebook's one, where you have an option to log in and then you have a button to create a new account. Although we'll just keep it all here, and then forgot password. It's kind of weird, it takes you to the old design. But we're not gonna do that. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do login, sign up, and forgot password with Userbase. And this template right here for TailwindCSS. So this template is great. So you're gonna run this npx bgit, then the name of the template, which is this. And then we're going to call it my auth prog. Whoops, okay, well, I guess it's my auth prog. Or I guess I can move this my auth to. Okay, sorry you had to see that. Okay, here we go. Code dot, so we'll open this up, and now we have it over here, great. Okay, I'm gonna close this, don't need this anymore. Okay, so we have used this template, that's good. Now we're gonna come to Userbase, you can try it free. Okay, I'm already logged in, but you'll sign up, and then you'll be given this page here, and you'll have an app ID for your starter app. Okay, so, and it's great they've increased it to 100 users for the free tier, that is awesome. But so we're going to copy this app ID, come to our project, come to source, and inside app, we are going to delete all of this non-TailwindCSS stuff. Okay, and we're going to do const userbase equals window.userbase. Or you can destructure it if you're fancy. I like to do it this way if it's just one. It feels a bit more explicit, but what do I know? Okay, and then we can delete window.userbase off the window. That way people can't use it as easily. Okay, cool. And then here in public, we're going to come to index.html. We're going to delete global.css because we've got TailwindCSS. And we're going to paste, oops, that's our app ID. We're going to come here and user.init app ID. We've got to do this first. Yeah. And then we'll come to index.html, come to the docs here in Userbase installation, and we're just going to use this bad boy right there and put it before bundle.js. Okay, so pretty much set up. We've got TailwindCSS, we got Userbase. Great, what is next? Okay, and we deleted global.css. Okay, next we're going to set up our components. So what do we need for this? We need, I'm going to make two routes. So I'm going to have components, or sorry, two folders, and routes. The other thing we have to do, which I did not mention, is that we are going to use svelte SPA router. For now, once Svelte Kits comes out, then you probably want to use that. But for now, we're going to use this one, and we are going to create 3 routes. Now, you wouldn't need to do this for something this simple, but I'm going to. So we're going to have 3 routes. One's going to be signup.svelte. It's going to be like a single page app, so it's going to look like they're all sort of, what? Has anyone else been having this issue? I try to create something, and then it just stops, and it starts typing it up here for some reason. Okay, and then finally, forgot password. If I'm lazy, I might not get to this. We'll see how I'm feeling at the end of the video. Okay, so we've got these 3 routes, and then we just want 2 components here. One is going to be button.svelte, and one is going to be an input, which I'm going to include the label in as well. Okay, I think that's everything. All we have to do now is come here to app, and then import router from svelte SPA router. And then down here, to use our router, we pass it the routes. Okay, hopefully I do this right. So we're going to have sign up. It's going to be, okay, let's import our 3 components. So import sign up, Might want to skip ahead just a few seconds. Sign in from sign in dot svelte, and then finally this little guy forgot password, and I did them all wrong. I just noticed because they need to be /routes, but that's okay. Okay, cool. So I have all those, and now I can put them here. So sign up is going to be sign up, comma, sign in. It's going to be sign in. Yep, cool. And then forgot password. I'll just do it like that, I guess. Is forgot password. Okay, cool. So this is just going to help us navigate between the three. You could use a button maybe and toggle which one you show, but this is maybe simpler. Okay, so we're going to use this router, sign up, sign in, and forgot password. And in reality, sign up is probably just going to be the homepage. I'm going to do that there. Okay, cool. So what do we do next? I think we have basically all our boilerplate up. Let's just start the server, npm run dev, and see. So sign up, let's say hello, sign in. I did not do, did I do npm install? Maybe I didn't do that. I haven't done that yet. Okay, npm install. So while we're waiting, okay, that was quick. npm run dev. So this, did something bad. Forgot password. Okay, whoopsies, forgot password .svelte. Okay. Let's go. Okay. It's taking a while. Localhost 5000. Cool. Okay, so when we're here on the main page, it should be the sign up page. It should say hello, Userbase of window. Cannot delete property Userbase of. Okay, I can't do that, so we need to say window.userbase equals null. Okay, sorry about all that. There we go, now we got our hello. Cool, so we can get started. Let's go to tail blocks to look at what we're going to use. So come down to, is it contact? No. So if you don't know tail blocks, all these great components. It's not Svelte specific, but if you have TailwindCSS in your project, then you can use these. Okay, I want to use this one here. Let's go with this color, this beautiful pink color. So we're going to come to view code, and we just want to take out the form. So this should be a form. We'll change that, but we just need this part right here. So we are going to copy and paste that into our sign up. And let's see how beautiful it is just right off the bat. Okay, so if I come here, we don't need these anymore. And we already have our sign up. Cool. One thing we want to do is wrap our router here in a container. So div class equals container. This comes from TailwindCSS. And we want to do flex. We want to say width. Well, what do we want to do exactly? We want to do width is screen height screen. We want to justify center. We want items to be center, so that's align item center. And then we want margin to be auto, margin X, so left and right. We want that to be auto. Okay, so get rid of that. Let's see how that looks. Okay, cool. So I think that's okay. It's just that this form, like when we took it from here, it's on the right, so it's still on the right here, just doing its job. We just want to take this out over here, medium. So we don't want a margin left of auto because it's pushing it out. Okay, cool. Now it's in the middle. This is basically all it's going to look like. We're basically just going to have a sign up form, and then we're going to have a link to each of the other forms. So they'll be like log in instead, and it'll take us login form. Okay, so that's so you can stop watching right here. But we are going to hook it up with Userbase as well, so that'll be cool. Okay, so rather than just having all of this HTML in here for sign up, what we want to do is create a button and an input component. So here we're just going to copy this and put it in here. And then we want to give it a slot like that. And we want to give it an on click so that it gets the event gets forwarded. And so basically this is just kind of a dumb component that gives us some classes like this. But that's okay. Okay, so we got button, and now we want to have this be an input. So I'm going to copy this, paste it here. Okay, here's where things get a little bit more interesting. So you can do this in a number of ways, but what I'm going to do for simplicity, I'm going to have a label, and I'm going to have value. Okay, so the label is going to be right here. Can I select all these? Cool. Yeah, this is just going to be, oh, it's not going to quite work. I guess that's fine. So some people like to put quotation marks around these here, but I don't like it. So here we go. Okay, type is not going to be whatever the label is. ID, name, okay, this should work. You might want to take the label and, like, you know, if it's 2 words, like split it and then insert a dash in between it. And another thing, so I'm going to do it this way, but if it's a simple form like we have here, if I were actually using this, I might do like export let name, and then name would go here, 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 and or just in these 3 places. And then when I submit the form, I can just like convert the form data into a JSON object using the name. It's a bit simpler. Okay, if that didn't make sense, just leave a comment. Okay, but anyway, export let label value, and then the last thing I want to do, some of you might not like this, but I'm going to do spread of rest props. Okay, that way this component, this input component, you can pass it in like a type or required or whatever you could pass into a normal input, you can pass into this component here, and it'll go right here. Also, if we have something like type, Svelte doesn't like if we have, which we need to do, if I bind value. Svelte doesn't like it if I bind value and also have a type like this. Type attribute cannot be dynamic if input uses 2-way bindings. Okay, but we're going to kind of cheat and pass in type using rest props. Okay, cool. So that is all for our input. So from here, it should be fairly smooth sailing. Here in signup, let's change this to a form. It's going to be a form. I have something fancy that changes that for me too. Okay, and then we're going to get rid of these components. We're going to get rid of this button. And I'm going to go up here, go to script. I'm going to import button from /component/button.svelte. And then we're going to do the same thing, but for input. Okay, cool. So let's have 3 inputs. 1, 2, 3. And then here at the bottom, we'll have our button, sign up. And then here, what do we want to pass in? We'll have a label equals something. We'll have a, basically we'll bind the value equals something here. And then finally, we're going to pass in a type. That'll be something here. Okay, so for the first one, it'll be username, bind this to, let's create our variables up. Oops, oh, I forgot about that. Okay, that's okay. Let username, password, email. Username, okay, so bind to username, and then the type is text. Okay, then I'm going to come down here, password, type is password, and finally email. Okay, so you could make email optional, but usually you want to capture this. In Userbase, if user forgets their email, or forgets their password, then they can only recover it through email. So you probably want to force them to use this, to give you their email. And then finally, required. Okay, that should be everything. We just got to add a onSubmit right here. onSubmit sign up, which we'll write right here. Function sign up. And I just realized something, because when I was thinking about doing this, I wasn't thinking about using this router here. So, because before I would just pass in Userbase into each of these components. But instead, what we're going to have to do is create some stores here. Okay, so I'm just going to call this stores. We're going to have 2 stores. So import writable from svelte/store. We want a Userbase store. So export const Userbase. Should I call it store for clarity? Userbase store. Sure, let's do that. A writable, it's going to start out as null. And then here we want to have our user store. And we'll call it, sorry, we'll have null as well. So both of these will be set by this component here, app. So import both of these stores. So Userbase store, comma user store from /stores. Okay, cool. So we can do that. We want to pass in, basically we want to set Userbase store equals Userbase. And we're going to have a user. So let's do this at the top, actually. This before we init. So stores. Userbase store is going to be Userbase, and then we'll have our user right here, which is going to start out as null. Sorry, user store. Cool, okay, and then here in userbase.init, so after we init, we'll get a session like this, and this session will have a user on it. So user equals session.user. So if there's no user, then it's just going to be undefined. This will, yeah, it'll be nothing. Okay, cool. So now we can access Userbase store and user store from these components just by using this guy here. Import Userbase store from /stores. Okay, cool. So sign up, we'll do Userbase store Userbase store sign up. Yes. And we'll pass in all these things. So username, password, and email. Cool. And then after that person has signed up, we are going to get the user. So let's call that u. And actually, we couldn't call it user. Let's call it user. Okay, and our user store will be this user after they've signed up. Okay, cool. Is that all for this one here? Let's find out. Okay, so come here. I think I already have some users actually. Okay, I've got 5 users, but we're going to create a new one. So come here. Let's see if this works. So we're not going to see anything on the screen, but hopefully we can see it in Userbase. So hey there. Well, let's do lowercase. Hey there, password. Hey there. Hey there at AOL.com. And sign up. Okay, so we don't see anything. Let's see if there's an error in promise reference. User is not defined. User is not defined. User store dot then user. I must have used user somewhere right here. That's what I'm used to doing. User store. Okay, let's try that again. Hey there, hey there, hey there at AOL.com. Cool, okay, I think it was created. So let's see if hey there is there. Oh, no, not there. Too bad. Let me refresh again. Nope. Okay, so I submitted and it didn't work. Why did it not work? So let's go to sign up. On submit, sign up. I need to prevent default, of course. Whoopsies. Okay, so you see all that got stored in here because I did not prevent default. Okay, I'm sorry, everyone. We're going to do this one more time. Hey there at AOL.com. Sign up. Okay, nothing happened. Let's come back here. Oh, we don't need this. Come back here. And yay, we have hey there. Okay, all that's working. So we just need to make this, make the functionality look a little better. So let's take a look here. I'm going to console.log the user store. So when this refreshes, there should be a user that exists because they just signed up. So it starts out as null, but then we get the user, hey there, cool. And we have all their info right there. So let's come over to app.svelte. Let's just make this look a little nicer. So we're going to basically say, if user store, so if there's a user, then we're going to give them the application. So it's just going to be super simple. It's just going to say hello, user store dot username. Okay, and then we're going to give them a little logout button. Okay, they're not going to get a fancy one, just for simplicity. So logout, because we don't care about this. Click equals this. Let's say sign out. Create this function here. Sign out. Okay, so when they sign out, we want to say Userbase. Sure, I'll use Userbase store. Should I use Userbase store? Yeah, sure. Dot sign out. Dot then user store equals null. So once they sign out, then it's null. Okay, and then finally, we also want some kind of loading screen. So we're gonna have let init promise equal this, or we could just call it promise, but we're gonna, whenever we do something asynchronous, we're gonna set this init promise to whatever it returns, that promise that it returns. So, okay, I'm getting a bit ahead of myself, but basically we have this logout right here, else, so if there is no user, we're gonna redirect them to this router, which will take care of our authentication. Okay, so hello, blah, 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 log out, sign up. Okay, so we wanna add this await thing for init promise. Okay, so whenever like Userbase is being initialized, then we want to wait on this. And real quick, for good practice, make sure to add a little catch error. Strong error. Cool, okay. And finally, we'll have our then. So in best case scenario, but we don't care about what it returns to us, we have then. So actually, then is supposed to be here. Okay, so after it gets done loading, we will present to them this, just our page. Otherwise, it's just gonna say loading. Okay, cool. So let's see. Okay, we got a log out. So if we come here, yeah, it says, hello, hey there, log out. Okay, so it looks pretty bad. I'm gonna log out, it's loading, and then we're back to this page. Cool. So we gotta sign up. Now we just need, what do we need? We need our sign in page and our forgot password page. Okay, so let's just come to sign up. We can pretty much, is this sign up? Yeah, we don't need this. Pretty much just copy paste this into sign in. And we just need to change a few things. So when you sign in, you don't need to give them the email. Okay, so we don't need this. Just need username, password. We need to change this to sign in. Sign in. Change these here. So one cool thing I found. Let's see if I can do this right now. Oh, well, come on. There you are. One cool thing is, so I have sign up, sign up, sign up. I should have given them the same capitalization actually, but let's pretend you have, they're the same word, just different capitalization. Just found out about this recently. You can do this. So you want to preserve case. So I'm turning sign up into sign in. And notice here, sign up will stay with this case. So I replace all. Huh. I didn't do that. Okay, it's probably because I need to say that right here, capitalization matters. Okay, so I think you need those both activated. Oh, but when I do that, it doesn't get this anymore. Preserve, sign up, sign in. So maybe I need to say sign up goes to, okay, never mind. I don't know why it's not working. Okay, that seemed to work. I'm not sure why the other one didn't work. Let me know in the comments if you know. Okay, anyway, so now we've got sign in. After they sign in, we set user to that thing right there. Oh boy, another thing I didn't take into account is the init promise. So now it's kind of annoying because I basically want to use that same init promise here when they sign in, but the init promise is here and I don't have access to it inside my routes. So real quick, we're gonna do init promise store. Let's just call it promise store. There's just one promise in our app right now, so we're just gonna call it promise store. Okay, so we need, so Command L is not working for me to highlight this. I don't know why. What have I done? Command L, so I don't know how to do that anymore. Let me know if you do know. So init promise, or sorry, I called it promise store. Okay, promise store, and then instead of init promise, this is going to be promise store. Okay, cool. So now we have access to that promise store in here. Just need to import promise store and then set that. Got lots of stores. So I'm just using stores here so I can share these between all these components, between my routes. Promise store. Okay, so what we need to do is also come to sign in and add that here. Promise store. Okay, cool. So now when we submit, when we sign up, it'll show loading, and then okay, so let's come to login, see what happens. Or sign in. Username, hey there. Password, hey there. So I sign in, it says loading. Terrible password, it says. Cool, so hello, hey there, log out. Okay, so that seems to be working. All we need to do now is add a link between sign in and sign up and a forgot password as well. And then I think, yeah, and add the forgot password thing. So let me just copy paste this real quick. Do we care about forgot password? I'll come back to this later, okay? Maybe if you don't care about it, you don't have to watch the last part. So finally, we just need to add a link. So let me see. I'm going to copy paste this, and you can use a button to go from one page to the other, but technically you're supposed to use an anchor tag. So we're going to change this to an anchor tag, and it just needs an href. Since we're using the router, it makes this a bit simpler. We just go to the href. We can just pass an href to it. So let's just export let href. Okay. And because TailwindCSS basically resets all of the default styles for all of our elements, this should work. It should look the same as the button, although I might need to center the text. So let's try using this. We're going to come here to sign up, and here, let's put this back there. Here, this h2, we're going to have a div class equals flex justify between. So we want there to be space between this sign up header, oops, no, and our link to sign in. So I'm going to say or sign in. href equals hashtag sign in. So we just have to import that. Okay, well, let's see if that works. So if I come to sign up, okay, so it's kind of ugly, but maybe we can make that smaller. Cool, it'll take us there. Not too bad. So let me just copy paste this into sign in. Okay, man. There we go. Don't need you anymore. Import a. Okay. Or sign up. Okay, you might want to use different wording. Like, I feel like login sounds better. So, but just to keep it consistent with the Userbase functions, I'm calling it sign in. Okay, so or sign up. So here we just need to go to slash. Okay, so or sign in, or sign up. Okay, cool. So that works. You could, if you wanted to, add a little like in fade. Make it look. Maybe we'll do that later. Let's just make these anchor tags look a little better. So, or not so big, right? This should be more of like a secondary button. So how can we make this better? So maybe text. PG pink. Okay, yeah, let's make text. Maybe if we just remove text large, it'll be a bit smaller. We probably don't need a pink background. Okay. Maybe on hover BG gray. Okay, let's give it BG gray 100. What else makes it look weird? Wait, BG gray 100. Okay, let's make the text black. Okay, it looks like BG gray 100 is the same as this here, so 200 will make it stand out a bit. Okay, it still looks kind of ugly. Focus, outline, none, hover, rounded, PX, PY2. So it's not, yeah, I guess it's not centered because okay, this is the best way I know. So flex, items, center, justify, center. Okay, cool, and it's just PY2. Too tall. How do I make it less tall? Text black, flex, items, BG gray, outline, hover, BG gray, rounded, PX8. Border 0. Okay. Well, okay, I guess I'll just leave it like this. I mean, it doesn't look very good. BG gray 200, how about on hover BG gray 300? Or sign up. Okay, sorry everyone, this is the best I can get it. You probably want to make it smaller, but this text is kind of doesn't look great. But anyway, you can change it up on your own site. But anyway, that works now. Now, do we want to add a forgot password? Let's add the fade. Okay, so basically, I'm pretty much done. We already tested it. So if I say my name, and I sign up, loading. Cool, I'm in. So this would be your actual application. I log out, I can come to sign in, my name. And there we are. I guess what we would want to do is add error handling, in which case, okay, I'm just gonna ramble for the rest of the video probably, so feel free to drop off here, but we want some kind of error handling. So let me try to make an error. So here app.svelte, await promise store, catch error. Okay, so this is kind of, maybe not, this is kind of counterintuitive. Maybe I'm gonna try something. Basically, I want catch error. Basically, I'm gonna force this promise to always resolve with an error. Well, kind of. Promise.reject. Let me know what you think of this method, but basically I'm going to reject with nothing. So I'm going to say if error, wait, right, okay, no, sorry, that was right. Okay, if error, then show this error. So basically, if there's no error, it means it was successful and it went through .then, and then at the end it does promise.reject. Actually, maybe I should be saying promise.finally, I'm not sure. We're gonna put this error at the top, and it's gonna be class equals text red, font bold. Okay. We will try this. Okay, so the reason I want to do this is because if there's an error, I still want I still want this to show up. I still want this router to show up, and the page that they're on, the form and everything. So let me see. If I log out, let's say I just put in garbage and I sign in. Error, username or password mismatch. Okay, so see, I thought it would be text red. Okay, anyway, that kind of works. You can put it somewhere else, maybe. Like, ideally, I think it would be in the form, but this kind of works. Like, actually, I wasn't expecting this, but okay, I mean, it doesn't look great. Anyway, but now you have an error. You can put this wherever you want. The way I've set it up, it makes you kind of have to put it here somewhere. You might want to do flex column or something. Flex column. Font bold, text red, 700, I guess. Forgot the number. Okay, so refresh. Let's put in garbage again. Cool. Error, username or password mismatch. Okay, so you're just gonna have to use the Userbase errors. If you want, you can sort of figure out what they are and then look for it and then put your own error. But otherwise, it's gonna look like this. Okay, I think that's everything. Okay, sure. Let's do forgot password. So forgot password. All you need to give them is your username, I believe. So we're not happy about forgot password, so no exclamation mark. So it's going to send an email. And here, I think it's okay. Oh, wait, actually, sorry. I'm going to use our updated sign up. Okay, so forgot send email. So basically, they're going to put in their username, and then it'll send an email to the email that is associated with the username. So they just need to put in their username, and or sign in. I'll keep that. Forgot password. Okay, so basically, here we have forgot password. So userbase.forgot password. Okay. Send email or sign in. Forgot password. Okay, is this enough? We don't need the user store. Let me see. Forgot password, we only need username. Let's get rid of these. Okay, let's try. Okay, so here I am, or sign up. Okay, I need a link to forgot password from sign in. So, or sign up. Yeah, unfortunately, it's still this weird, text. Nah, okay. Let's put this, or sign up, sign in. Maybe if I put it inside here, it'll look a little better. My link. So, forgot password. This will take you to hashtag forgot password. Or, okay, I mean, it looks looks weird, but that'll do. So here we are in sign up. So sign. Okay, forgot password. Yeah, I did forget my password. Okay, so username is, let's say I put trash in. Send email. Oh, user not found. Too bad. Okay, but what if I put in which user? Hey there. Hey there. Send email. Okay, so I didn't. Basically, it went through, I assume. Poor person, whoever has hey there at AOL.com, they just got an email. But forgot password. But yeah, so if it were if I put in my real email, then I should be getting a password. So you can try this. Basically, go to sign up, create an account with your actual email using your app ID. So don't worry, I won't have your email. And then go to forgot password. Oops, sign in, forgot password. And type in your username, and then you should get an email. You can see what it looks like. So I'll leave that to be a little mystery for you. Okay, so basically that is all. You can just like surround this then with whatever you want your page to look like. So right here in router, it could be like, welcome to the best way to learn snowboarding. Okay, it doesn't look so. With Tailwind, you can make it bigger. And then you can also use these tail blocks. These are great, and just kind of add them in, for your, make everything look pretty. You can have this nice little footer if you got all those links. They probably have something for, if you have, there's like marketing stuff, you usually see these in landing pages, something like this, I don't know. So you can use all that for your landing page, and then just put this in somewhere and, make these look a little nicer. And that should be all for this video. Okay, it's a pretty long video, but let me know what you thought, and I hope you have a super wonderful